What is up, guys? It's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming here, and we've got some more LEGO DC supervillains for you. This happens to be the Swamp Free Roam. The location is going to be Earth, and we'll show you here in a quick second where exactly the swamp is. We got a nice little graphic up there for you, but we're going to go ahead and find all of the collectibles, including all gold bricks, races, and character token quests. And as promised, we're going to go ahead and pop up on the map and show you where the swamp is. It turns out it's actually in the southeast corner of the map, just to the far right of Ace Chemical Plant. So yeah, we'll go ahead and target that Johnny DC info point so we can go ahead and have all of these collectibles puke out all over the map so we can see where things are. So this is kind of tricky. It's under the old bridge there, but go ahead and walk up and press the icon indicated, and bleh, look at that. All of the collectibles come bouncing out. Looks like there's a couple of doorways that are going to take us into some other areas, but we're going to take on most of the gold bricks first. Now, this first one is pretty simple. It's called Bug Buzzer, and it's going to be just across the old swamp here from where our DC Johnny point is. There's an old dude sitting out here on the porch talking about all sorts of fun stuffs. Really, he wants his bug zapper to get fixed up, and we're going to help him do that. Turns out there are a couple of parts. Now, I missed the cue here at first, and I actually left all this in. I thought about editing this out, but I wanted to just point out that there are a couple of these missions that they kind of confuse you. At least they confused me. As you can see here, there is an arrow pointing to the old man on the porch here in his little rocking chair, but there is nothing going on here. We actually have to go over to the far left side of the house and go dig up our first element. But it takes me a few minutes to figure this out. Now, Reese was sitting here right with me watching, and he's like, "Come on, Dad, it's over to the left." And I was like, "Well, but is it though? Because there's always an arrow pointing out." Now, he hasn't followed along and played with me, so he didn't know that every mission generally has an arrow pointing to the next location. So it was really confusing for me. But you can see here, we're clearly getting what we need. And now Buddy's all excited. We got a couple of more of these. So basically, in this particular mission, it doesn't target the actual objective pieces. You got to go find those on your own. But it does give you this nice cinematic pan. And we can see here, it's actually leading us right back to the guy on the porch. But that's not where we want to go for this next part. It's actually right across the swamp, just behind the old DC Johnny info point. And we're going to go ahead and switch to somebody like Cheetah and get our dig on. As we get that second piece, it looked like some sort of a battery. Oh, it's a bulb, maybe? What do you got there? A bulb? Oh, that's right. It was a bulb. So I'm not paying attention to what he's saying here. But the last one is not far away. It's actually just on the other side of the swamp again. So basically, you got one on the left side of the shack, one on the right side of the shack, and then one right across the water. So pretty easy. Now, this one is a wee bit of a funny angle, and you might have to bust open a few items before you can gain access to the dig point. But look at that. We've got it, and we're going to return, and I do believe he gives us our gold brick. That's right. Look at that. Oh, here we go. Watch this. Don't try this at home. Remember Grown Ups? Adam Sandler cooks bacon on the old. Remember that? I always wondered if that would actually work. I don't believe it would. But that would be interesting, cooking some bacon on the old Bug Zappa. Bug Zappa bacon! All right, we've got Gold Brick 1 in our rear view. I do want to give you a quick reminder that we do have quick links down below in the video description. Now, you might have noticed, too, that the Gold Brick number 2 icon has disappeared from the screen. Now, as it turns out, once you complete the first mission for this old fella here, he actually gives us another one. But it doesn't pop up right away. At least not for us, it didn't. So what we did is we kind of wandered off and did another mission or two, and then we returned back to him in a wee bit. So if you run into the same situation and you find that he actually has a mission showing up on the map, but it's not actually working for you. See, I even make my way out. I thought, okay, maybe if I get out of a certain distance, maybe it'll pop up and I come back to it. As you can see, the old blue ghost stud trails lead me right back to that gold brick that I've got targeted on the map, but nothing is happening. So we'll go ahead and target another one. This one is the Lost Gorilla. I actually missed the last part of that, so my bad. Sometimes I move too fast. And speaking of fast, I do have this video sped up just ever so slightly, and it's mainly because this video would have been roughly about an hour had I not have sped it up. And because I sped it up just a little bit, it shaves about 10 to 12 minutes off, so pretty sweet. Now, this guy is actually pretty simple. You can see the gold bricks actually behind that giant wall there, but we've got to do some dirty work before we can get to it. So switch to somebody who can rip open a strong handle. Now, watch me struggle here. This is something I've never understood. Like, why do I have such troubles with Clayface and his changing of shape? Like, I have no problem getting, oh, so small, but I have a hard time getting big. Now, I probably should have just cheated, pulled up the character selection grid, and gone to the big version of him, because you can do that. But we're going to go ahead and pick up this big handle here. And, oh, I guess I didn't need to toss it at the door. It just reveals a dig spot. So switch to somebody who can get their dig on and reveal a bunch of buildable bricks, which looks like it's going to build up into, you guessed it, a lantern pad. Now, who you pick for this doesn't matter. Just make sure they do have the lantern abilities. For us, we got Sinestro out. And what's he got? Oh, it's hammer time. He's going to go ahead and crack down the wall and reveal that gold brick. Oh, look out. That's that last step. It's a doozy. You can actually fall off the back there, but no worry. You can just hop back up and grab that gold brick. All right, so we could have gone over and tried to locate that other quest, but we opted to go a little bit further into the swamp and get some more gold brickage. And look, the ghost trail is actually taking me back around and down. I'm just going to fly over the ledge here because it's actually quite a bit of a shortcut. What we're heading for is the Hall of Doom. So we'll go ahead and get close to the old swamp, and it should pop up out of the water. And we've got one of the more lengthy of gold bricks here in this area anyways. So there's like, I believe there's 3 different tasks that need to be completed. We'll get an objective icon or 2 popping up here shortly. Maybe. All right, so there they go. We got 3 spots. Looks like we got a hot tub, we got a flower, and maybe a generator or something. Can't quite tell what that is. We just walked by the hot tub, which is on the far right side. And to be completely honest with you, I didn't need to press that button and call the elevator up, nor did I need to stand on that. I could have just flown up top. But we're going to start on the right side upper balcony area here. You can see that there is a spray paint wall here. We need some of that explodey paint. So pick your favorite painter. Yeah, I got the Joker. He's going to go ahead and get his spray on. And wait for it. Booyakashow. It reveals an electric pad. So switch to somebody who can go ahead and pump it up. That's right. We need some electric powers. And Livewire is going to do the trick for us. Once that gets all zapparooed, I do believe... Oh, that's right. It powers up the old terminal over here. We got to go get our oonts on, as I do believe it is technically a techno panel. But who's being technical for the techno, right? Oh, this one's a simple one. It's just a repeat. It's a game of memory. You just got to remember which way those arrows faced, press them in, I guess not necessarily a rapid order, but oh, look at that. We've got the first of 3 of the posters that we need to reveal. So, welcome Grodd on the far right side. Now we got to go to the bottom left. And what do we got? What do we got? We actually are just going to fly up to the top. We're going to skip out on that elevator in the back left corner. And if you want, you could always use it. There is a button, and you can write it up by stepping on that pressure-sensitive switch. Once up top, though, we're going to need to recruit a couple of goons and get our grapple on. So spam away and reveal yet another one of those electric panels. And switch back on over to your favorite electric character and charge up this bad boy too. Look at that. It's going to go ahead and send power to the line. And we got one more to get on here for another techno panel. And luckily for us, Livewire will get her done. And, oh, we got to just remember. And for you, it may be the same. It may be up, down, up, down. I guess it would be only up, down, up. But, you know, who knows? It's not like we're trying to get a bunch of extra lives in Contra or something. It's just a quick little memory pattern there, and hopefully you had no problem with that. Now, once we got both of those on, we're going to switch to Poison Ivy, someone with chlorokinesis, or what did I call it? Plantanesis, I think is what I used to call it. Now go ahead and step right up in the middle and manipulate this guy. So I pushed to the left first, and it gave me a bunch of studdage, and then it gave me the check mark on the left movement there. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh, wait. Oh, look at that. It also revealed some of those silver bricks. So switch to somebody like the Joker and blow them away, and it should retract that plant. And, well, what do we got? There should be one last little thing here. Oh, yeah, the hot tub. That's right. So over on the far right, there should be a tracker spot. You can see there is, or a detective spot, I guess it is. It's a little different than the tracking, huh? And we'll go ahead and spin that wheel around. Batman worked just fine for me. We're going to drain the tub. Oh, no. Oh, wait. We're getting rid of the toxins in the tub. Now everyone can hang out. That's pretty sweet. And I do believe that completes this area for us and should give us that gold brick. It's crazy to think we're like 10 minutes into this video and we've only got, what 3 gold bricks? That is a bit wonky. But hey, look at that. Oh, it's even warm. Nice and toasty from being inside. Well, at least it looked that way. It had a little bit of red on it. All right, but that is going to wrap things up for us in the old Hall of Doom, so we can bounce out now through the stairway that I often forgot how to get out of during the main story bits. But, oh, we've got a gold brick in the far right corner of where we is, so we're going to go ahead and follow the old ghost stud trail up the hill to where the old froggies are. And that's right, we've got, what is it, 5 frogs we got to find and destroy? I don't know about the destroy part. I'm just gonna imagine that we're zapping them into a cooler place. I don't know. The first frog is actually just bouncing around right next to where the gold brick icon is. You can see we don't have the gold brick there, but our indicator there is bouncing around, and 1 of 6. So there are 6 froggies that we got to take out. So, okay, first one's right there. The second one's actually going to be just up the pathway right next to a red plant. The next one is actually going to be in the back corner on the opposite side of where we got the first one. So, depending on how you look at this, it's going to be on the left or the right, but basically there's one on either side of where the gold brick should pop up. Now, next we're going to actually go down the pathway a little bit further. Little further. Oh, can you see this guy up on top of the giant toadstools? All right, we got a couple of them left. There should be one right here, if I do remember. Oh, wait, it's up on top, right? Oh, there it is. It's hiding in the rocks there. We walked right by him. All right, well, the final guy. This guy was a little trickier to find. If you listen carefully, you can actually hear him giving the old ribbit. And this guy is actually hiding on the tree. I actually was super glad that Reese was here because I did not see him. And there he is. He's bouncing around out on that tree limb. So once you get all 6 of them, whoa, they combine. It's like the Voltron frog. It actually combined into one super. I guess it wasn't a super frog. It was a gold brick. But we'll go ahead and collect that gold brick. And look at that, 105. Thank you very much. We'll take that. Next up, we got hungry crocodiles. Hey, remember that old man standing on the porch of the old swamp house? Well, we're going to go back to that guy now, and guess what? The mission should be there for you as well as us, assuming you haven't already did it. Go ahead and approach the old man, the old feller. What you get for us, old feller? He says he's got a big cannon, and he wants us to take out these crocodiles. Oh, he's blinking at us. That's weird. Usually animals, or at least in cats, they say that a solid, slow blink is a sign of trust. I don't know if that's really true or not. I know that my cats blink at me all the time like that. And maybe it's because I stink or something. And speaking of stinking, Clayface, get out of the way. All right, so he is visually out of the way. We've got all these guys moving around, and I believe we're just shooting food at them. I don't think we're actually shooting missiles. And it's kind of tricky, too, as our combo indicator over on the left was actually hiding one of the Crocs. Actually, 2 of them, for that matter. So they're kind of tricky to see at times, but I can tell you this. There's generally 2 spots right in front of you, 2 spots on the left, and 2 spots on the right where these guys are going to pop up. And just be patient with it, as they should go ahead and reveal themselves after a few seconds. And the goal here is 10. You just got to zap 10. And then, oh, we got 2 left. 2. Oh, look at me. Clayface, get out of the way, man. He is being a pain in the old tuchus. All right, so we've got all of them did, and he's going to go ahead and give us another gold brick. I want to know where this dude's getting all these gold bricks. He's had 2 to give away so far, and he doesn't seem to be missing out, although his standards of living are not as high as one might think. And, oh, look at that. Hey, remember when we told you that by simply completing the free roam, you were going to get one of those last challenges? That is one of the games. It looked like there was 11 of them that we need to do. And we might actually take some snippets of our free roam videos and put a challenge video together for that. But we might just assume that you've completed the free roam and assume that you've got that as well. All right, next up, just to the left of old Bell Rev, we've got a little sewage with, oh no, that's gross. That's just... We all need a shower now after that one. Hopefully you weren't standing right in front of it like I was, but the joke's on me, Joker, as it just... I don't know what that all was. There's bones and all sorts of stuff. I can only imagine that is an old septic system or something. All right, and this is kind of funky too. Why would they do this to us? They give us a stairwell to get up, but you can't get up it without like super jump or the flying ability. So Anyways, all right, we're actually going to go inside Bell Rev this time. As you can see, I've targeted it inside the base. We're going to go ahead and hit the old icon indicated. For us, it was circle. Go ahead and spin to win that wheel. And get out of the way, Clayface. I'm tired of you blocking my path. As you can see, he was actually blocking. I couldn't see what I was doing there. Oh, R.I.P. Emmett Kitty. Every time we see one of these little black kitties in the game, we always were reminded of old Shmimmy. And as you guys probably mostly know, we lost our cat a couple months back. So rest in peace, old Emmett, or Shmimmy as we like to call him. And we're going to go find him in the sake of his, memory. We're going to go actually up there. To be completely honest with you, we're going to kind of ruin his day by destroying the little fort he's hanging out on. But, all right, to get things rolling, we're going to go ahead and melt down the old gold gate, which actually reveals a cell with a mirror on the back wall. So we're going to switch the mirror master and create our first portal in that particular cell room. Now, up top, we're going to fly, but then we realize we actually need our mirror master to go ahead and make another portal. So we'll go ahead and blast away on the back here. Now, I had a heck of a time. Reese kept telling me, just shoot a portal, Dad. As you can see, I'm targeting with the square button as I'm, attacking and doing all that stuff. But it wasn't doing it. So apparently you just got to tap the button. No aiming, no actual targeting, just tap it. It should work for you. As you can see, I actually revealed Buddy's little exit, and he got out of there. So he is officially free. Now we're going to move over to the far left side of the area. We can see there is another cell with a mirror in the back. So get your mirror master on one more time and pop a portal on the back wall. Buddy's actually going to jump through that portal, and it's going to put him in the first cell. So now we got to go back over to the second cell, I should say. Now we got to go back to the first cell and put a portal there. So basically we want a portal on the third cell and the first cell that we worked with. So the gold gate. I'm probably saying that. I'm probably confusing you more than I'm helping you, but hit the mute button if that's the case. Next up, we're going to recruit a couple of goons and get our grapple on and reveal some buildable bricks over on the right side just in front of cell number 1, or where that gold gate was. And look at that, we can build up a nice little walkway, which we could have just flown over, if I'm being honest. But that's all right, though. We've got more goons and more grapplage, so go ahead and recruit them once again. And I guess they're not more goons, it's the same guys. It's actually going to reveal a nice little drone spot. So we'll go ahead and drop a drone inside. We got some chattery teeth ready to rock. And oh, sorry, Emmett Kitty. It's time to wake up and get out of there. All right, this is going to drop down an elevator, which we now have access to. And we can actually hop inside that, right it up top. And guess what? It's going to take us up into that room where the old Shmimmy was. And we can grab that gold brick that should be waiting for us in that back corner. And up we go. Little elevator music for you. Oh, there it is. I don't know where Emmett went, though. I was going to totally give him some love. Give him some... anyways, all right, so moving right along. Hey, keep in mind we do have quick links down below in the video description. Now, the reason why I point that out is you may already be done with this, or even better, maybe you're looking for a specific character token or something. So, whatever it is, feel free to use those. But look at this, one of our last gold bricks is going to be up top here. We're going to go all the way up to the tippy toppy. Now, keep in mind, too, that there are some character quests that don't spawn, actually, until we finish it. So maybe you might be following right along. But again, you may have already completed these, and you may be looking for those character tokens. And I don't have them labeled on screen what their names are, but they should be in the video description, all appropriately labeled. So, all right, up on the top of the roof of old Bell Rev, we're going to switch to a character that has the recruit ability, because we've got a couple of goons scattered throughout that we need to recruit. So let's see here. Pretty simple stuff. We just got to find them, right? One of them's going to be on the far left side, I guess, as you're flying towards it. And the next one's going to be right in the front right corner, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But essentially, they're both on the outer side of the fence here. And once you get them both, grapple down that wall and reveal a electric pad. I guess it's an electric pad, if I'm trying to speak in proper English. But you know me, I make up my own words and do my own things. So I guess I should have corrected myself. But look at this. It's time to really get our dance on. And look at this. Techno. I guess it's really not. It's just a dance-a-thon. We're going to go ahead and get in here, and it is a quick time event, which means you have to approach and hit an icon to go ahead and start the mini game. Now, this is another one of those check marks for our challenge that's going to be completed by simply completing the free roam. So that's kind of cool. So we got 2 in the swamp, and like I said, I think there's 11. We'll find out in a minute when our cell phone buzzes once I complete this. And keep in mind, too, you have to complete this without missing 3 times. You only get 3 hearts, and I missed twice, and I'm like a pro at this stuff. So, hey, quick shout out to Warner Brothers for hooking us up with a copy of this game. They did give us early access, which I know at this point it's probably getting redundant, and the game's been out for a long time, so I don't know if I really need to be saying that. But by contractual obligation, I need to go ahead and let you guys know that. So we want to keep getting stuff from them. We love the mystery mail packages, and so in order to do that, we have to abide by the rules. All right, next up, another gold brick. Where'd this guy come from? As I mentioned earlier, there are a few that pop up for completing others, so they are kind of sequential in a sense. So although there's not a specific order that you need to do these in per se, there are some tasks that need to be completed before the other ones will reveal themselves. So you probably don't remember seeing this originally because it was not here. So this is actually a really simple one. There is a guard trapped in one well, he's not trapped. He's hiding out, barricaded himself inside one of those little kiosks. We have to smash and find some flower power and make a, I don't know if it's a love or a poison toxin, but we need to make up a little special cocktail for this guy. And Poison Ivy's going to be the gal that we need. So we'll go ahead and smash the debris locally and try and find and collect these 3 flowers. So I thought I found a little bit of a pattern because the first one I kind of stumbled across on my own. I wasn't paying attention to what I smashed to find it. The next one I find kind of this odd looking flower. It's a little different than the other ones. You can see it's red and got some green stuff on it. So it kind of looks like the flower we picked up. So I'm like, all right, so that's what I got to find. And I go and slam dunk this bad boy in over here. Oh, psych. I want to go back to this other one. Wait, it's not there. What the heck? Turns out it doesn't matter what it looks like. Just smash everything in the area, and you should find all 3 of the flowers. Now, turns out I'm still missing one. And there is some shiny garbage up in the front corner there, which happens to have my last flower power. And one last dunkaroo, and we've got a love potion for you. We'll go ahead and look at what walk up to the old Soikel there and hit the button indicator, which for us is going to be Soikel again. And there we go. Get our little cologne or perfume, I guess. And he comes running out. Nope, he just opens the door for us. Thank you very much. I guess it's for them, so they are out of here. Freedom! And what do you got? Oh. Let's see here. He's got us a gold brick, too? What? Oh, right. So it was for us. So that door, although we could have flown out of here, it was actually very useful to get that. Now, we have also unlocked, you notice there's this weird icon. It's a red icon on top of Bell Rev. That is actually a boss battle. It's the final, well, it's what we do finally. Finally? It's been a couple days since I cut audio. You'll have to forgive me for my blunders. But as it turns out, there is a boss battle in this area. We're going to go ahead and fight her last and collect, I think it's Katana is her name? But first, we've got this little mission called Discomfort Blanket. And it's actually right towards kind of the beginning or where the tunnel is to get into the swamp. And this guy, we just got to follow him around and help him take out some baddies. Pretty simple. We're familiar with these. And although I will note that you can get ahead of yourself here. So it is possible to run too far up in front of this guy. And he'll stop. That's one thing that I don't understand. So he'll wait for you if you're not far enough. But if you get too far, he still waits for you. So that's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. Go ahead and take out all the kappas trying to stop us. I believe there are 3 checkpoints that we got to take these guys down. I got quite the stud multiplier going so far. I think we get up to a 5 or 6 before we move on. Oh, look at that, 6. And look, see, he's just waiting back there. I'm doing all the dirty work for him. And now he's all, oh, big and strong. But I'm going to wait back here and let you do all the dirty work for me. I guess that we are providing a service here. See, look, there he stops and waits again. Now, this is actually kind of nice. We're getting a ×7 for each one of those ghost studs, and we're picking up the studs on the side thanks to our attract studs red brick. I almost said that wrong. But, and you know, somebody asked me about the red brickage and why we haven't bought them yet. As it turns out, you don't need to purchase them in order to get the 100% in the game. And we might need that monies for other things. So I've just not wasted the time or the money to go ahead and do them. Next up, though, Swamp Styling. We've got another character token waiting for us. This one happens to be under the bridge. And let's see here. There's a couple of these that are actually a little bit more difficult than others. This is not one of them, though. Oh, this is a photo shoot. We got to go take some selfies with her. And now keep in mind, if you're not a very photogenic person, you could always use the front side camera instead of the selfie camera. So, or I guess backside, I don't know. Whatever you determine the main camera as. Because, you know, the front camera is kind of the selfie camera, right? And Reese totally thought I needed to take pictures without me in it here. Hey, wait a minute. What's going on here? We're getting jumped? That's not even fair. Guys coming out the woods, like literally. And we'll go ahead and take them down. And once they are... Oh, hey, come on, guy. That should be it. Oh, no, there's another one. What in the... All right, so here we go. That's it. I'm pretty sure. All right, pull out the old camera, and there should be 2 boxes. You need to find the 2 boxes. Nope, see, I only got the 1 box. It's a funny angle, Brian. You gotta get further over to the right. I believe we need the swamp house or something in the back there. But as it turns out, this is where Reese was like, Dad, you can't be in the camera with... See, look, yeah, it turns out you got to get the house. So funny angle it was. I'm going to slide over just a wee bit to the left and get my snap on and booyaka show. All right, next. Where are we going now there, little lady? She's actually going to take us not too far away, and I do believe there's 3 photos altogether that we need to take, if memory serves me correctly. And look at this, we're zigging and a zagging. Oh, I get it. She wants a picture of the drippage in the back. Maybe. Nope. She wants Belle Rev. All right, flip the camera around, Brian. Or I guess maybe I just need to get my aim right. There we go. We got a picture of Belle Rev, it looks like, and her in the picture as well. All right, Miss Thang, where is the 3rd and final location you desire? Yeah, I would watch out. There's definitely Crocs through here as we go right in front of the old Prospector Shack. But up the hill we go, and I do believe this is a pretty nice little photo. And then we should round up the character token for, I believe, is it Vixen? That's her name, right? Yeah, there it is right there on screen. Come on, Brian, pay attention, know what I mean? Oh, we're getting jumped again. These guys, again. All right, well, give them the old cha-cha-cha-cha, and it should reveal our final location. I think there's 5 guys again. Not to be confused with 5 Guys Burgers and Fries, but, which is good. If you haven't eaten there, I definitely enjoy me a good 5 Guys Burger and Fries. Next up, we've got, all right, so all 5 of those are gone, even though I got a 3 times multiplier. Got to get them all. We'll go ahead and, oh, she wants a picture of her and, is it the door? Yeah, the gate. So I've learned that looking away from the character is the best way to line up that selfie. Oh, got to take a couple steps away. Line it up, though. It wasn't a gate. It was the big temple or what? I don't know what that is. Statue? Is it a statue? Anyways, we'll go ahead and... Oh, ooh, where'd this guy come from? Oh, he must be the guy she is hooking them photos up with. All right, our deed is done. We are out of here. Ooh, we got a gold brick. No, we're going to skip that for now. We're going to go over and do another quest. This is, Humpty Dumpty. Ha, ha, ha. Little word play. If I remember right, he wants us to go and locate some stuff. What is it, General Chang? Is that his name? A lot of these guys I'm not familiar with at all. Yeah, Chang Zoo. Okay, so I was not really close at all, but sort of. So, Humpty Dumpty, what do you want? Oh, you want us to make the Doomsday device. That's right, we gotta make a little mini-me, which is really ironic because as I was editing this video, Austin Powers, the spy who shagged me, was actually on TV in the back, which is where they create the old mini-me, so kind of funny. See, this is one of those missions that actually gives us the icon indicator of where the items are. So, you know, back to the old Prospector quest earlier when I was confused, turns out this one is functioning properly. So I don't know if that'll get fixed in an update. Who knows? Maybe it's already been fixed. Regardless, follow that arrow around, collect all these bits. Looks like we still need 1 more item, which is all the way on the top of the roof of Belle Rev. Thanks to this icon indicating where it is, we know right where to go. Go ahead and drop down. Oh, wait. Whoa, some coppers trying to stop us. We're going to go ahead and smash and grab, and we are out of here. We're not even going to mess with them, guys. We're just going to go right back and hand over the goods and punch in. This kind of reminds me of, like, one of those coin, you know, like the claw machine, almost. Because, like, we're putting some stuff in, and, or I guess maybe one of those penny smashers, perhaps. You know, they'll put a penny in and a quarter, and it gives you, like, a smashed. Which is weird. I've never understood that. Like, you're not supposed to, like, mark on dollar bills or, you know, melt quarters or drill holes to make necklaces out of quarters, but you can make them into art and paid it. That's just such a weird thing to me. You guys even know what I'm talking about? I probably confused you again. I'm so confusing today. Anyways, all right, we've got, let's see here. We've got our little mini-me. Greg is what we're calling it, huh? Or is that just what he said? Anyways, we've got it. Chang Su, if I'm saying that right, is officially ours. And next up, we've got another character quest right below us. Sorts. This one was actually rather difficult. Only because I was not really following along. I got excited. Like, Reese and I started talking about Jeff Dunham when we saw this guy, because we love us a good ventriloquist. And there's not a lot of those guys these days. You know, back in the early 80s and stuff, there seemed to be quite a lot more. Not so much today. Now, you might have noticed it, maybe you didn't. There was an edit right there, because I didn't know what I was doing, but as it turns out, there are these purple circles or halos. They're kind of indicators of where we need to go in order to beat up baddies and collect whatever that is. Looks like we got a couple chocolate bars, a couple of bottles of some root beer, and I don't know, are those, it looks like some flavored waters or something, sparkling waters, some bubbly. I don't know if you guys are into LaCroix or bubbly, but I drink some bubbly like it's going out of biz around here. Now, so this is kind of confusing too. Although there are these purple markers that tell us where on the map they are, they don't really indicate high or low unless you really pay attention to your compass. And then I actually get hosed on this. Watch this. So there's still a little purple marker here once I take out the final guy, or what appears to be the final guy. But there's actually one more dude up above me right now. I can't see him, but he's actually on one of those crates. And I know that because we have to come back to here later. Maybe he was right there on the left. I didn't see him. I moved so fast. I'm trying to find that last item. I wasn't sure if I had to take out a bad guy to get it, or if perhaps maybe it was in like a box or something. But I make my way out of there thinking that, okay, that's got to be it. And let's see here. I think I found another little one. So on the compass, it shows that it's above me. And like I said, it's kind of hard to find. This was a tough one for me. And hopefully I did all the hard work for you, and you guys can just make your way right through this. See, now it's below me when it says 2. So kind of confusing again. Like, okay, but it's up here on this balcony. Or I don't know. It's not really a balcony. It's kind of like a... I don't even know what to call it, but we'll go ahead and take out these bad guys. I should have showed you on the actual map where I was each time, because that might help. I don't know. Again, hopefully I did all the hard work for you and you can figure it out. Oh, look at that. I did show you on the map. So we're going to go back to that other one because it's still showing that icon, and like I already told you, oh, he's up on top. Did you see him? Look at him. What is he doing up there? Hey, guy. Hey, buddy, go ahead and knock his block off and collect the last, is that a ketchup bottle? I don't know what that is. Some Tabasco, perhaps. So one last location, and we need 4 more items. This one is a little bit easier. As I fly around, I find these guys on the rooftop. See, up, and I did show you on the map. So good job, Brian. Good job. And, all right, so we'll go ahead and knock their blocks off. We need 2 more. I don't know what those are. If they're chocolate bars, beef jerkies. Step into a Slim Jim. I'm not sure. Whatever it is, these guys are almost dealt with. Yep. What do you mean? One more. One more. Where are you at? Oh, there you are. Look at that. So I had to turn my camera around, and he jumped me. Still one. Oh, no, we got them all. We are out of here. So the guys apparently continuously come. Back through the swamp tunnel we go. This is actually rather tricky flying through this tunnel, too, if I do say so myself. I always get caught on the top, but I managed to get through without falling on the ground, which is kind of a cool factor. Really, it's nonsensical. But hey, we are back, and we are going to go ahead and we're going to have our own ventriloquist added to our character selection wheel. It is the Ventriloquist. That's actually his name. That's pretty cool. So next up, we've got, all right, let's go ahead and finish up our final character token. Well, besides the boss battle, I shouldn't have said that. So it's the last character token. This one's actually a really lengthy one, too. And it's mainly because I struggled to find one of the final snakes. So we have to round up a bunch of snakes for this guy. And they're pretty easy to find. The first one is especially easy. But they get a little bit more difficult as time goes on. And the markers that kind of tell you where they are, like the last one, for example, it in my opinion, is terrible. So first one, it's right around the corner here. We can see we've got these little gold, I don't know if they're circles, whatever they are, right there on the compass. And, oh, there it was. Did I just walk over it? I think I did. Maybe not. I thought the first one was easy, Brian. This is what you're probably saying now. There he is. He's hiding out in the old bush there. He's red. So you just got to walk up to it and press the icon indicated, and he is actually going to make his way back. So we've got 1 of 5. Now, how do I know that? Because you can see we've got 2 more green snakes and 2 more red ones based on the icons right there. Now, the next one's right over the fence. Just simply hop over and hit the icon again. He should make his way back. I technically don't need to watch him scoot back there. But look at that. He's taking the long way, too. Come on, buddy. Where are you at? Like, seriously, where'd he go? You do not have to escort these guys, but for some reason, this green one took forever. Go hop over the fence. I think he's actually there chilling now. Yep. See, look at that. What? How'd he get there? He must have gone the left way instead of the right way. All right, next gold icon on our compass. Going to be over by the DC Johnny terminal. Now, if you listen carefully with your volume up, you can actually hear these guys hissing a little bit. It doesn't really help you. At least it didn't help me, but it is kind of cool. And you know you're kind of in the right vicinity when you hear the old hissing. So this guy right here, this one was really frustrating. Really frustrating. He's actually up behind me. But you can see, like, I'm right on top of the icon. It almost looks like he's inside the big tree that I'm standing under there. But he's actually up on the ledge just to the left of those yellow mushrooms. So we actually get this one last. So we will come back to this guy. I do look around for quite a bit because I just wanted to show you, like, I'm all over. I'm on top of the icon. I'm around the icon. I'm below the icon. I'm above the icon. I'm everywhere. But this one, I don't know. I think the devs were trying to make it hard. You know, a little short story for you. I used to work at a golf course. And I got trained on putting the actual cup in. So like, if you don't know, you golf, you got golf balls, golf clubs. You try to hit the golf ball with the golf clubs into the golf hole. Now, the golf hole is on a green, and in order to keep that hole nice and keep the green fresh and a challenge, you often move those around. Now, I was the worst at putting those cups in the back corners where or on a ledge where it just like rolled off, and it was just the most difficult place to do. So I had prided myself on that. I liked putting those cups in the hardest places, and I had to move them a few times because on tournament days and stuff, I just put them in like impossible places, and I tried to make it hard for people, but in all reality, it was not best practice to do that kind of stuff. So you know, I had to go back and fix it. So I'm wondering if that's what was done here. Like if the devs thought, you know what, I'm totally going to make this really difficult for peeps. And I don't know. But look at that. See, look at that. I couldn't even see that guy. He was hiding. I had to scan, which that is not a bad idea to go ahead and use the old scanner. I did send that guy back. He should be back waiting for me now. So you can see I've got 2 of 3. So I only have 1 snake left. And thanks to some fancy editing, we are going to go ahead and grab him right now. Aha! All right, so he was actually pretty close to where he was supposed to be, but he was just outside of the circle that I expected him to be in. So, like I said, again, it reminded me of my old golf course working days when I used to go ahead and, oh, look at that, it's a race. He won. But anyways, yes, oh to the yeah, all 5 of our snakes made it back home, and we should unlock this character token, which is our last main character token. We're going to get a gold brick, a couple of races, and then we're going to take on the final boss battle to get, well, technically the final character token of the area, but it's a little different. It's a battle, not a mission, so... All right, as promised, next up, the final gold brick, which is actually just a buddy hanging out right here. We flew over him a couple of times looking for them serpents. And oh to the end, don't forget, we do have quick links down below if you are in a hurry to get to those races or perhaps that final boss battle. If you're not, we're going to go ahead and switch to our favorite brick breaker, the Joker. He's going to turf one of his silver bombs down there and actually destroy, that's right, the silver cage. Next up, we've got a gold cage right across the swamp. We're going to switch to somebody with the heat ray and melt that bad boy down. Last but not least, we've got one more cage, and where are we going to find this guy? You'd think he'd be close, right? You'd think he'd be within visual distance, but it's not showing on our map anywheres. So, spoiler alert, it's actually right in front of us. It's just really hard to see. So I run all over looking for it, and it takes me a minute or so before I finally discover it. It's actually, so there are two right next to Buddy that we started this mission on. One is on the left side. It's in the silver cage. The other one is on the right side. I guess depending on how you're looking at it. So right now it's actually on the left-hand side. I'm running right up towards it. Here it is. It's coming. It's right there. It's actually hiding. Look at that. Booyaka show. It can be ground pounded or butt slammed, as we like to say, and it should reveal the final leech. And guess what? We should get our final gold brick of the swamp area too. Where are you at, buddy, with our gold? Come on, you know it. We love us some gold. Come on, man. What are we waiting for? We got things to do. We got people waiting. Enough with your sob story. Just give us the gold. Come on. Hands up. This is a stick up. Give us your gold. Something. Come on. Oh, see, he's talking. He's having like a moment. He's talking to his leeches. All right. Sob story over. Give us the gold. All right, look at that. He flung it out. It kind of appeared out of nowhere. That was nice. We'll take that. Thank you very much. All right, we've got a couple of races. Now, keep in mind, these races do unlock some vehicle tokens for us. Now, this one, I got a little button happy at the end of the race, and it goes by so fast, I'm not even sure what it is. However, it should be noted in our video descriptions down below, and yeah, hopefully that's all there for you. This one's fun, though. We actually get to ride a crocodile, and that might be what it is. It looks like we get something else, but go ahead and mount the Croc right behind the old starting point there and follow your way through. Now, I did find that, at least I felt like jumping was faster than just walking. I could totally be wrong, but there are a couple of moments, too, that jumping is needed. And if you're just spamming away on the old jump, like hippa to the hoppa, and you just don't stop, then, you know, you're going to find yourself, I think, in better situations. Now, I have 2 minutes to get to that gold requirement. And as it turns out, I think I finished with like 20 seconds left. Now, I don't know if that's just because I got my hop on, or if it's just because I'm really good. No, I mean, really, I don't think you could go a whole lot faster, but at the same time, I don't know if you can go a whole lot slower. There is a possibility that you might miss one of these little checkpoints, though. There's actually two that you might miss, and it's coming up real soon. Right as you get next to the edge, I would take a little more time and line up your jump rather than just leaping off. Like, if you see, I leap off, and I almost missed that halo. But as it turns out, I got it, and I get to keep on going, though. Up the hill to the hard left we go. And see, there's the part that I was talking about where the hopping is going to help. And here's another jump. I would line up this jump as well. You got to smash some stuff. Look down below. Oh, to the edge. And see, I was spamming the jump button, so I ended up hitting that, and I didn't get to see what it was. But again, it would be noted down in our video description of the video if you're watching on the old YouTubes. All right, we've got another race. It's actually right out in front of Bell Rev, so we'll go ahead and target that. And I don't remember what it's, Seeing Bell something or other, but we're going to fly our way all the way over now. And this guy is a flying race. I am not a fan of the flying races, really, period, but especially in Lego Marvel 1 and this game. I don't know why the mechanics of the flying seem like they've downgraded. Like in the early days, flight was a little rough, a little jumpy, and they really improved it. It became kind of like a smooth, nice adventure or experience. And now, maybe it's just user error here. Maybe it's just me. You leave me a comment down below if you had struggles with the flights or if it was all right. But for me, as you can see, I still make it with plenty of time. But I mean, if there's something in my way that I can crash into, or maybe I'm too high or too low, it's guaranteed that I'm going to be in one of those scenarios. I got to come back a couple of times. I got to drop down. So I got to stop and redirect. Oh, I fell. I got to refly again. Make my way through there. We are getting pretty close, though. Hard left, back up through the top. Killer Frost's ice car. So that one I actually didn't get button happy with. And last but not least, we've got character token number 6, which is going to be for completing this boss battle. That's right. I was really confused on what that is. I do believe it is a red hand, right? I believe it's a red minifigure hand, and it makes sense as she does have a red claw. She's got red on her. Anyways, all right, moving along. It's Katana. Katana. I don't know. We'll go ahead and get up close and personal. My Street Fighter technique where you get up close and just give her the old cha-cha-cha-cha works well until she does this crazy backflip that just seems to go on forever. And she's pretty quick and pretty damage ensuing. All right, we've got sword in the ground there. Get up close and personal. Give a couple dance lessons, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, and that should deplete her the meters. And let's see, I got a heart and a quarter left. Come on, where'd you go? Which way did she go? Which way? Oh, there she is. Look at, she's got invisibility too. That's not very fair. Watch out when she's got that red line charging you. And okay. Oh, we even took a little selfie. That's right. And Katana is now officially ours. And guess what, boys and girls? That should be it. That is, I gotta be honest, I have not been looking forward to cutting the audio for these free roams, especially these 45-minuters. They are long and strenuous, and, you know, I know a lot of you guys say, oh, you talk way too much. Well, shoot, sometimes I got to. Anyways, next up, we're going to head over to the Ace Chemical area, which I believe is East Gotham City. But that's going to wrap it up for LEGO DC Supervillains, the Swamp Free Roam. Hopefully you guys used those quick links and had fun while making your way through, trudging our way to all of the collectibles. We're getting pretty close. We only got, what, 6-7 areas left of free roam, and then a couple of trophy achievements, and then we should be done with the game. So, that's going to do it for me. As always, until next time, see ya!